The Macedonia Empire seems kind of broken, especially in low elo. Mainly because it's so universal and it's so easy that I feel like I just can't lose. I currently am sitting at an 87% win rate with about 8 games this season. I'm sure this will correct and go down. You can always check me out on AOE4 World. I also live stream over on Twitch. But the big things here were I just came back after about a year break. I was like probably a Plat 1, Gold 3 player when I left. I had a specific build order with Japan. I always used I loved Japanese, still do. But I just got tired of doing my fast castle, and when I tried to transition to a different civ, it just always fell apart. So with this one, when I look at the different ELO ratings and everything going on, I am just really fascinated with how I'm able to win these games when I should lose them. This game right here, I'm 40 behind when I win the game in worker count. In this game, at midway through around the 20-minute mark, I think I got up to, I was 20 20 workers behind, and I still win this game. And I'll show you, go through these and cherry pick them for you just so you can see what I'm doing. But I'm not following a build order. This is how good this civ is. Not even showing a build order, just kind of messing around. It's still able to pull out wins so easily. So let's get into the games and just kind of show you a couple things that I noticed. Even when I screw up my macro and I'm not building workers, or I built this inefficiently, I'm still able to pull out wins. I think a lot of this is I can attribute to rock paper scissors style gameplay, where you actually strategize and go, oh, they're building horses, let me build spearmen. And Macedonia has really strong units across the board. So if it's spears, if it's men at arms, if it's cavalry, it has you covered. And I've even kind of fine-tuned it. The one game I lost was back here, and if I played this today, I guarantee you I would just smoke this guy, because I did like Grand Winery and a few other things and just kind of blew a lot of my resources on nonsense, where I started going, oh, wait, oh, there's this, and then I was like, wow, the kit for this civ is amazing. Anyways, I'll stop blabbing. Let's get into the games. So in this game, I kind of wanted to show the power of Macedonia. Now, first off, I want to kind of update you. We're about to get a good battle coming in. You're about to see, even though this is about to get destroyed by his forces, it's still pretty powerful. And then I got 3 more. So I've kind of spread my production buildings on the outskirts forward right here, so they will shoot. You can see all the tiles. This is a lot of coverage for free without building any walls. And it's very, very powerful. So the other thing too, the hippodrome on the age up, I also did not remake some of the hippodrome horsemen, Radari. I have a scout that is just sitting over here not doing anything. And this adds torch damage to nearby units, so it's not really that big a deal right now, but when I go to raid, make sure you have your hippodrome scout. So important. So I have all these built out. This looks good. And if you look at his base, he is 30 villagers ahead of me. We have an equal size of force. He actually has more researched right here through his blacksmith, and he's looking really good. He's got Uma Bannerman, so he's aging up. He's actually giving a lot more damage to his units. He probably should have tossed 1 Katana Bannerman just for his melee units, for his samurais to do a little more damage. But still, very good. And I'm looking like this game is lost. I'm floating 3,000 food, which is kind of insane at 23 minutes. I've been trying to... The reason for that being is I set a whole bunch of villagers over here on all the deer and boar, and I was just like, collect it all up. I'm going to just be churning out units. Now, my pop cap, I'm about 40 below him in pop cap as well. And here comes, he's got some Springles, he's got his mounted Sams, he's got his regular Sams. This is just going to be destruction, and I just got a kind of a mishmash of things. I don't even toss down a runestone, which would give me 1 more damage, and let's see if we use Unwavering Focus, because that would be really nice, especially all his units are pretty much armored. Yeah. everything's armored. So hopefully I pop Unwavering Focus, but I still win this game. Like, how? What happens here? Like, you got these guys, the Strongholds. They come in. Spearmen are on the mounted Sams. They're just churning them down. I get Radari in the backside here. And you can see those guys come down. I'm just kind of chasing these guys away. And you can see all those outposts just doing God's work right there. Oh, so good. And somehow, I didn't lose that. He's got 40 more vills than me, and I'm just producing straight up infantry. So, Macedonia here should lose in every scenario. But the rock, paper, scissors of this and buffing these units up with the arsenal, you're about to see, it's kind of insane. Look how much this does so well against this. I mean, that was a decent fight. It was a little bit even. Now, I take some of the Radari over to the side. I look at I finally spot out all this on this side, so I do idle all those vills out. Not before they cash out all of that gold, though. But he's pretty much gold starved now. And at the same time, he's sending his stuff to my base. So here's his final army, right before we start here. What do we got going on here? We have 32 samurai, 23 spearmen. That'll take care of my Radari. 7 katana bannermen, 2 Uma bannermen, and 4 mounted Sams. Against my little measly force, we got 27 Radari into his 24 spears. I have 9 crossbowmen, Varangian guards, and then we got 9 spears. So, wow, army value here is not actually, I have you would think that I would have the advantage here, but obviously his comp's a little bit better than mine. And the Radari, well, let's just see how it plays out. You'll see I do have 3 upgrades to each one of these. And if you look at the arsenal back here, you'll notice I have almost full infantry armor, and I also have 4 cavalry armor. So, woo. I have a lot of armor for all these units going into this. Let's see how it plays out. You'll see this. I was like, I don't want to take my spears into that, so I try and kind of push them around to the side. But this is just not a great comp for this. Now, I still have these. My forces are split too. So those 27 Radari, I was like, hey, I'm going to throw them away on all those spears. Let's not do that. I'm going to just let him have the landmark. So I have these guys still fighting with the crossbows, 4 Varangian guards, and then I just come up behind him. He turns around and he's like, okay. Here we go. So I go ahead, engage. I go ahead and go up to age 4 here, which is actually not a great choice because if you look, I got 1,000 wood, 1,000 food. I should be having more production. I would like to have seen probably 4 more of these strongholds down for 800 wood, and then taken this, pushed it over. Now, the one thing I wasn't on this gold vein. He's not on his gold vein, and I don't have any relics where he has 3 relics. So his passive income's a lot better than mine. He also has Yorushito into his forge, so he's getting another passive 16 gold from that. So overall, his gold income is a lot better than mine. And if we look at this, he's getting 289 per minute. I obviously don't have any gold incoming right now. So it's looking a little grim here. All I can do is wood units. Let's see what happens with the rest of this. And I should come out of this okay. And the only reason I come out of this is because of the H3 landmark and then all these strongholds. These strongholds just taking out a lot of the spears just really, really helps. So what I do is I take the rest of these guys, I make archers, and also some Macedonian guards. And then I need to get some gold, which these guys are about to go on gold over here. Hopefully I see it. Which he's engaging again. This time he's just throwing a bunch of spears at me. Now, even with all these Radari on the front here, it's just terrible. But archers are just taking it down. He goes ahead and taps out. Because he knows once that's done, I'm going to go over it onto the gold. But even still, that's kind of a wild scenario where I misplayed almost everywhere you can misplay. He had way better eco than me, but still came out. Okay, here's the first game. We're about 10 minutes in. I don't follow any kind of build order, so I don't really show the beginning of it. And I just want to see exactly where we're at. So right here, I actually made an arsenal not on the gold vein. I have another one over here, but I meant to make a stronghold, so I actually messed up and made the wrong unit. This is a stronghold. There's the arsenal that's next to the mining camp that we should do. The reason why you do that is so you can get passive silver right here. So you always build an arsenal next to the mining camp in Macedonia. He's doing some raids. He went ahead and killed a bunch of my vills over on the deer. Let's fast forward. He's going to just keep harassing with these horses. Man, he does such a good job with this Yari cavalry and the Daimo. That it's just such a pain in the butt. And he comes in through my backside here. I've tried to do some walls, but he picked off my villager, and this just... you just hate to see it. But it's just part of playing the game. As you get higher up, you're going to run into stuff like this, where people are just constantly doing things that you're like, oh, that would have been great if that didn't happen. But he's successful with some raids. He's got another raid on this side. And no, not again. Not again. Not the deer again. Come on, Chris. Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah. Reaction time like a turtle, man. What are you guys doing? I think I'm actually coming over here to help with that. These guys. RIP, man. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. And I'm starting to build up this. So we got our first army to kind of move out. I'm just taking down some of this, and I was like, all right, let's go for the guy that capped that. And here is our first battle. Now, I'm going to pause this battle. You're going to just see the numbers real fast. We've got 8 crossbowmen, and then over here, 12 spears, 8 horsemen, and 1 Valerian guard, and then I have the Hippodrome horseman and the Hippodrome Radari, which is just an amazing unit, and then just 1 random Radari. Now, he does have quite a bit of spears out on the field, so this is not actually a great matchup for me, but that's okay. My army value is greater than his, and I deal with them in pretty good order here. Now, I really wanted to get over here because I was worried about him taking either the boar or the deer packs over here. Because I was like, man, that's a lot of food. And as you can see, he's starting to go on the deer. Now, I run into this and try and take down his H2 landmark without any siege. Mistakes were made. Honestly, it would have been good if I would have taken those Radari, done a little raid on his wood line here, would have been fantastic. But I did not. I just kind of hyper-focused here and kind of throw away way too many units. I just feed him right into it. And you can see, look at that worker count. He's just booming behind the scenes here. Let's pause real fast. And he is currently at about 2,300 resources per minute. And I am at, about 1,600. So a little bit behind, and I'm floating a ton of wood and gold, which is not good. So we'll see how I correct that as it goes on. So I get that landmark down, idle out these vills, and he finally takes me out. Or at least whittles me down a little bit. Now, he's still doing everything behind the scenes. I still don't know why he's not on his deer over here. That's where I would have been if I were him. He also is doing some cheeky stuff over here that I can catch on to. He's got a gold vein and other things. I go ahead, uncap that site, and then take out his other TC. I don't know why he built his TC way out here, but I took that out as well. So I was like, what are you doing? I can't allow that. So I leave one Radari over on this guy, and then I just kind of come in behind here because I figured he'd be on the deer. Now, he did build this castle right here, which is a little bit, I guess it does protect the flank of his base a little bit, and then also solidifies the deer, but I'm just like, might go on that. He also is building a force out in the front. Right now, my army value is a lot more than his. And if we look at my arsenal here, what have we got? We've got a bunch of scale barding, a bunch of butted chainmail. I'm not doing much with archers this game. In this one, I just kind of dive underneath the base. So he built this Castle of the Crow landmark. Instead of trying to down that, I was like, I'm just going to go into the heart of his base, just run right past it, because there really wasn't anything stopping me. And then I'm just going to kill all his workers and then destroy all the farms and then just take down his TC. Because trying to take this guy down kind of sucks. And I'm just kind of going out on the outskirts of the map here since I have map control. And he's trying to do like a base trade on the backside here with a raiding force. So he's like, okay, you're going to take out my base? Then I'm going to take out your base. So that's fine, because at the end of the day, Macedonia, where they're strongest, is you just make a ton of these strongholds. And honestly, I probably should make some over on this side too. That would have been ideal. Now, I just garrisoned my workers, took out that other army I was building in the front here. I probably should have rallied them back here so they could get in on this fight. But at this point in time, I'm about to take out the rest of his, put my workers back to work, and then his base is pretty much completely decimated, and then he's going to tap out. That's it. I really love Macedonia for this. This is not good games. This is not like, hey, you should follow this. But I just want to show you, even playing badly as Macedonia, if you're countering and you're building units and you have enough production, you can pretty much overcome anything in gold. Like, I don't think I can lose in gold just because of how strong it is. And that's with me, like, screwing up unit counts. You saw a bunch of raids where I was way down, way down. Like, if you look at the history here on this guy, timeline, worker count, I'm way behind. Same with this one, which you saw earlier. Like, look at this. 80 to like 120 vills, 110 vills. That's just insane. I mean, you can go to almost any of these, and I'm not doing great. This is another one where I was behind in vill count. It's just Macedonia has a great army, and if you're doing the rock, paper, scissors formations, you're going to do very well with Macedonia. Again, we'll see what I'm at. Check me out on AoE4 World. I'm over on Twitch. But I'm streaming again, and I'm really enjoying AoE4's new DLC. And Macedonia is, as a noob, the best civ that you can use because it's just so versatile and it's so strong in every unit.